gonna do like a 15-ish minute mat Pilates class. I'm gonna do it with you so the timing is pretty regular and you can just click play and follow along. Go ahead, find a comfy spot. Nice rug. If you have a yoga mat, you can lay that out. We are just gonna start laying on our back. This is home base. We're just gonna find a little bit of breath work to get started. You'll inhale to prepare. On your exhale, big exhale through your mouth. You're gonna find a tiny, tiny, tiny little tuck of your tailbone, bringing the work into the front side of your body, almost like you're drawing an X from one hip to rib and opposite hip to rib. You'll inhale and relax. You'll find that exhale again to connect through the front of that body. Inhale to release. What we're doing here is just a little bit of a pelvic tilt. But I like to cue it with the breath because that brings our mind here more so than in our glutes. We're just going to keep this rhythm. Inhale to release. Big exhale to tuck. It's really tempting as you tuck to squeeze your butt to pull your hips up, but I want you to keep the glutes really, really relaxed. That movement is super small, coming only from that exhale and abdominals drawing in and up. This exhale, kind of flat back position, is home base from here. We're gonna start to add a little bit more core work. You're gonna find a march. You're gonna lift one leg up to tabletop and march it back down. Lift the other leg up to tabletop and march it back down. We're gonna be in each variation for about 10 to 15 repetitions. We're always gonna start in our most supported variation and then progress from there, knowing that you can take any option you choose. If I start to progress onto a different variation and that one doesn't feel good, just stick with the one that we were doing before. We have about 2 more of these marches. From here, we're just gonna change our rhythm. So now you're gonna keep marching, but you're gonna lift one leg up. You're gonna lift the other leg up, and then you're gonna come down and down. So there's a brief moment, up, up, where both legs are in tabletop, down, down. This is a little bit more work and demand on that core. As we find that tabletop position, making sure we're not losing that pressure and contact with our back on the floor. Knowing at any point in time, you can keep both feet on the ground. We're keeping up with this up, up, down, down pattern for a few more repetitions. From here, you're gonna meet me in tabletop. So both legs are in tabletop. Super gentle, just press down through your arms and upper body. See how that kind of opens that chest, really wide collarbones. This is also supporting you and helping your core hold you in this more unsteady position. From here, we're still gonna march. We're just doing a reverse march now. So instead of marching up, you're marching down. You're gonna tap one foot down, lift it back up, tap the other foot down, and lift it back up. We're here for about 10. Big exhale to lower, inhale to lift, exhale to lower, inhale to lift. From here, just little windshield wiper knees side to side. Release through that low back a little bit. Left leg is gonna stay planted on the ground. Right leg is gonna reach long on the diagonal. It's gonna start to reach up towards the ceiling. Feel a little gentle stretch in the back of your hamstring. Then it's gonna reach really long towards the wall, then back up towards the ceiling. I'm thinking about drawing a semicircle with my toe as I lift and lower. I want to see how much length and space I can create in this hip. Almost like someone has my foot and is pulling my foot out as it lifts and lowers. The lower you go, the more demand on your core. So the lower I go towards the ground, a little bit harder. If I stop kind of at that 45, it's a little bit gentler. We're just going to switch out those legs. So now left leg is going to reach tall towards the ceiling, reaching super long out on that 45-degree diagonal. We're going to lift and lower for 10. I'm really, really bad at counting, so sometimes I'll do 6 and call it 10. Sometimes I'll do 20 and also call it 10. I'll try to count right, though, for this. That was 10. From here, we're going to go back over to that right leg. That left leg is going to lay down flat. So left leg flat, right is coming back up. I still want a little bit of like awareness in this core situation. Because our hamstrings are now stretched, it's going to feel a lot harder to keep that back connected to the floor. If you need to have a soft bend in that left knee, you can. We're going to start to make little leg circles. Start super small, just about the size of a dinner plate. Our goal here is to find what we call lumbo-pelvic stability. So I want my pelvis to be really still, really stable, really heavy on the mat. What I don't want is to be like rocking back and forth a lot. So we're going to start to grow this circle. Your job is to make that circle as big as you can while keeping the hips really still and heavy. That was about 8 in the first direction. We're going to switch our leg out. We're going to start small, about the size of a dinner plate. Always coming back to that breath work. We can always use that exhale. Use that inhale. Starting to make it a little bit bigger. Seeing how big I can make that circle without shifting through my hips or losing contact with my back on the mat. We're going back to that right leg. We're going in the opposite direction. Here's the good news. If you don't know what direction you went in, I don't either. And it doesn't really matter. If you do the same direction twice, that's totally okay. We're here for 8. We're starting small. We're getting a little bit bigger. We're coming all the way down. This is a lot in your hip flexors. Rest, break, do whatever you need. Left leg comes up. Opposite direction. I don't know what I did last time. Starting small, making it a little bit bigger. We're here for 8. Coming all the way down. Big stretch, arms up overhead. Feel length pulling up, 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 and down, down, down. We have one more little variation here on our backs. We're going to start to add some arm movement in. If at any point in time arms overhead is not sitting well with you today, just pop them back down by your side. We are doing an arm and leg march at the same time. So one arm's going to reach up overhead as the other one finds tabletop, and then back down. So opposite arm and leg. Left leg lifts, right arm lifts, back down, left arm, right leg. We're just alternating. Big arm reach. Let this feel good. Feel a little bit of stretch in those shoulders. About 2 more. from here, we're gonna roll on our side. Option, you can always bring Pilates squishy ball, pillow, towel, blanket, anything to support your head. I don't have one in here, so I'm not gonna use one, but do whatever feels most comfortable to you. Lay all the way down on your side. Legs are gonna tuck up. Arms are reaching long out in front of you. We're just gonna start with a big spinal rotation stretch. This top arm is gonna reach up. It's gonna reach back. Let your chest open. Head and gaze is gonna follow that top hand. Hold open for about 5 seconds and then close back down. We'll be on this side for about 10. Big open, big rotation. Gaze follows, look towards that hand. Close back down. Taking your time with these, you can take them slower, do less, or you can go at a quicker pace. I have no idea what number we're on. We're gonna call that about 8 to 10. Do more, do less, do what feels good. From here, knees are gonna stay stacked. Top arm can just find some support into the mat and into the ground. You can let it gently rest, or you can make it a little bit more active and press through the ground. That's gonna engage the top shoulder, give you a little bit more stability. We are just finding a clamshell. Feet are gonna stay together. Top knee is gonna open up and close back down. Just opening and closing. My hips are staying super steady. So it's really common as we open that we wanna like rock back. Try not to let that happen. This top hip is driving forward and staying stacked the entire time. It can be helpful to put that hand on the back of your hip if you don't like it on the mat. Whatever feels better to you. After about 10, that leg is gonna reach long and straight into the wall, if you're me. Bottom leg is staying super supported. Leg is reaching long and a tiny bit behind you. So like I'm on a yoga mat, I want it reaching a little bit more towards the back corner of my mat. From here, I'm lifting up just about to hip height and then lowering all the way. You're gonna feel a big stretch in the side of that hip as you lower. Lifting up, lowering all the way down. Just like we talked about with that leg lift laying on our back, I'm trying to create a lot of length in my hip, almost like someone's pulling my leg down and out as it lifts and lowers. Optional layer here is to add an arm lift, up and overhead. Of course you can't see it because it's kind of, and then down by your body, up and overhead, and down by your body. About 2 more. By this time, that top hip is probably burning. We have 1 more side variation here. Leg is gonna reach up just about halfway, so level with that hip. It's gonna reach a little bit in front of you and a little bit back behind you. In front and behind. Again, I can start to add that arm. Like you're walking kind of pattern. Arm's gonna reach back as leg reaches forward. Arm's gonna reach up overhead as leg reaches back. Sweeping arm and leg in opposition. Coming down in about 3, 2, and 1. Let that hip relax, kind of pound out through that hip. Do whatever feels good. If you want another little rotation here, you can take it. I'm gonna have you roll over onto the other side. I'm gonna sit up and flip so I can see the camera. We're starting back just in this sideline position, starting with that big spinal rotation, big twist, closing back down, twisting to open, and close. Again, my eyes are following that upper hand the entire time as I open and as I close. Taking a couple more here, moving at your own pace. From here, we have those 3 variations in our legs, starting with that clamshell. Full permission to do 3 reps of everything, 15 reps of everything. You can pause the video, go slower, do more. You can do a couple and just rest, waiting for me to move on to the next thing. Each choice may be different day to day, and that is also okay. Just finding this clamshell, again, focusing on stability through our hips. So I'm trying not to let this hip rock open. It's staying really stacked and steady. 2 more. Top leg is gonna reach long. It's gonna long and a little bit behind you, so kind of long on the diagonal. You're gonna tap that toe down to the mat. You're gonna lift it up just a little bit above hip height. Tapping down, lifting up. Again, we're here for about 10. Options for that arm, again, it can be steady, stable, pushing into that mat. Or we can add that big lift and lower, especially if you have more room than I do. Coming down in about 2. Hip is on fire at this point. 1 more push here. That leg's lifting up again. It's reaching a little bit forward and a little bit back behind you. Sweeping a little bit forward and a little bit back. Again, option to add that arm reach. So arm is working opposite as that leg. Reaching up overhead as leg goes back. Reaching back behind as leg reaches forward. This can be as big or as small as feels comfortable today. Coming down at about 2. Pounding out that top hip. From here, go ahead, take your time. We're gonna push ourselves into quadruped, however feels best and most comfortable for you to get there. I'm gonna spin around. We are gonna start with just a little cat-cow here, letting that stomach drop towards the ground, gaze up towards the ceiling, and then reversing, rounding through that back, pushing the ground away. Of course, I wore like the worst shirt for this. Finding as much mobility in that spine as we can in this big cow position, really trying to isolate some extension into that upper back. Mid and upper back always tends to be tight. Just alternating big cat-cow. Take 1 or 2 more at your own pace, hanging out in whatever position or stretch feels good. From here, we're gonna settle into whatever your neutral looks like. So we're not really extended, we're not really pushed away, we're somewhere in the middle. Your right arm is gonna reach out to the side and come back in. Left arm's gonna reach out to the side and come back in. So we're just alternating that big, almost chest fly motion. Reaching out, pulling in, reaching out, and pulling in. Be here for about 8 to 10. Just alternating through those arms. From here, both hands are gonna plant firmly on the mat. Spread those fingers wide. Feel the ground through all 5 fingers and the palm of your hand. Now we're switching to the legs. Your leg is gonna reach back behind you, come back underneath you, back behind, back underneath. Our main goal here is to be as still and steady as possible. If you look at my kind of back, I don't want you to be able to tell which leg is reaching behind me. What that means is, as you reach out, don't let that hip drop or lift. Try to keep it super square and steady. A little bit of abdominal work in this position. We have a ton of options from here. I'll cue you through some of those. You can stay just with this alternating leg reach if that feels best. From that leg reach, our option is to start to lift that leg up to hip height. So really big squeeze right where that glute meets that hamstring, and then march it back underneath you. So you're gonna reach long and lift up. Just alternating, reaching long, lifting up. We're gonna do about 6 on each side. Again, you can just stick with that leg reach if that feels good. Our final layer here is to add some arms back in. So next time my left leg reaches, my right arm is gonna reach out to the side, finding a little bit of balance here. Meeting back in the middle, everything comes underneath me. Now I'm switching. That right leg's reaching long, left arm is flying wide to the side. Big squeeze in that glute to lift that leg up to hip height. Little bit of balance here before coming back down. We're gonna do a couple more of those on each side. With this leg reach, whether you keep it on the ground or start to lift it up, we want to try to isolate the work into our glute, not into our low back dumping. So if you start to notice a lot of tension or pain in your low back, then see if you can kind of lift belly up a little bit and just drop your leg a little bit lower. As we start to lift that leg up, it's common to get a little bit more extension in our low back. So just keep it below hip height. Just evening out that last side, coming all the way down. From here, toes together, knees wide, taking a little bit of a child's pose. I'm just gonna have you hang out in this child's pose position. I'm gonna guide you through a super quick little nervous system down regulation meditation to finish out your work today. In that child's pose, really just anchoring back into that breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. In and out. With each inhale, thinking about all of the effort that you just put in. With each exhale, letting it all go, letting your body truly rest, relax, and melt into the mat. At any point in time, you're welcome to lay back on your back or on your side. Find whatever position feels most comfortable for you today. Take a moment to list 1 or 2 things you're thankful for today. Your body showed up, it moved, it breathed, and it's taking care of you. Whether that looks like big days, small days, and everything in between, you're able to show up consistently. You're able to show up with care. You're able to show up with support, to feel a little bit more comfort and ease in this body, as it's doing so much for you every day. We're using these 15 or 20 minutes of movement just to give back to it. Taking a few final deep breaths in and out, allowing time for that nervous system to really recover. Recognizing that all movement is some form of stress. Even positive stress is stress. So giving a little extra bandwidth for rest and recovery throughout the rest of your day. You're welcome to hang out here as long feels comfortable.
Coming back to that breath as your rhythm, inhaling and exhaling. Taking your time to get up, find a comfortable seated position, and slowly come into standing to move throughout the rest of your day.